All right, so how to edit your shop. So there's going to be kind of two parts to this training here, and I'm not sure if I will split it into two videos yet. We'll see how long it gets. Okay, so I think the first thing we're going to do together though is I'll show you how to edit the products in your shop. Okay, so what you want to do is with the link or in the side navigation, you'll click shop, and that will actually open, if you see here on the left, a new side panel that is where you will manage and add your products. So first I'm going to go over how you will update and edit and add products to your shop if they're being purchased through Squarespace, okay, if that makes sense. It's going to be a little bit different way if your customer is going to buy something directly from a manufacturer, for instance, or directly from a different print on demand service. It's going to be slightly different. So this is just first to show you how to put your products directly onto Squarespace so that the person can buy something, and Squarespace will be in charge of delivering that product directly to them, whether it be a digital product or a physical product. Yeah, so I know this is a lot. I want you to take a deep breath. I know it's a lot, and there are a couple things I'd like to show you because how you will be giving products to your customer might differ a little bit. So there's different options you have here. But first, I'll take you on a little tour of the shop panel on the left of your screen. I already have for you, I made 3 different categories of your products, and I made actually 3 different kind of template products for each of these categories, or I should say 1 template product for each of these categories. So 3 total that I've created for you. This is just to make it really simple, and I hope as simple as possible, so that all you have to do is change a few things, really, in order for your product to be ready to be sold. So that's pretty cool. First, we're going to go into this all section, and this will take you into a kind of further deeper panel on the left that shows your actual products here on the side. This is also where you can easily create a new product. If you see this plus sign at the top, if you click the plus sign, it will show lots of different options you can choose from. Right now, by default, I've created 3 different options or 3 different types of products for you already. I've created a sample physical product, I've created a sample service product, and I've created a sample download product, thinking that your download product will be if someone purchases a meditation from you, and your service product will be if someone wants to book a call with you that they can pay for, and then you can call them, or you'll be able to contact them and set that up directly. And then a physical product, which right now is set up 2 different ways on this shop page. Within the actual Squarespace store with this physical button here, the physical product that I've created the template for you, it's set up so that someone can purchase directly on Squarespace, but then you get an email that will tell you someone purchased, and then you are in charge yourself of either communicating to the manufacturer to create that product, or you would ship it yourself So that's not something Squarespace would necessarily do directly. It would just, someone can buy it on your Squarespace site, but then you would have to um, keep an eye out for any emails that Squarespace sends you alerting you that someone made a purchase, and then you would be the one fulfilling the purchase, if that makes sense. And I would definitely recommend communicating directly with your manufacturer how their process works, whoever you end up going with. Another option would be to create custom merch, print on demand, which is something you could add down the line if you do decide to go with something like I mentioned. Printify is a print on demand service. I will add a instructional video for you if you would like to know about how to connect, say, your Printify and a Squarespace account so that they communicate to each other, and that any purchases made on Squarespace will be communicated to Printify directly, or possibly another print on demand service that you would choose from. I'm not sure though. I don't know every all the qualifications other print on demand services have, but Squarespace would communicate directly with that print on demand service or website, and then you wouldn't have to do anything about initiating the physical goods being created and shipped. That would be communicated directly to your print on demand. So that's just another option in case you would in the future want to connect something like Printify to your Squarespace account. That is possible, so that's pretty cool. So for now, we're not going to add anything new. That was just a little tour of what Squarespace can currently add in your shop. But I do want to show you these template products that I've created for you already. Okay, so first what I'll show you is the physical product. So this is this one right here I've created for you, Sensitive Empowerment Objects. We're going to click on that. Then this is what it looks like if someone were to click on the object on your website. And right now it says sold out, which is a default setting when I say there's none in stock, but someone can sign up to be notified of when it is back in stock. So that's pretty cool. I set that up for you. So if someone is interested in like a t-shirt or whatever, they can put their email address in and be notified whenever you launch your shop and have the actual objects there for purchase. Okay, and we're also going to go, well, there are two different ways to edit the product itself. One way is on this page. You can click edit. When it is showing the product page itself, you can click edit. And then hovering over this section with the product, you can click edit product. And then this is where you would write everything you need to tell the customer about your product. You can also edit the product by going over on the left-hand side to that product, clicking on the three dots for that product and click edit. So just two different ways to get to the same kind of product editing mode. So this is where a couple different things you can think about. Let's say you're selling a t-shirt. You would rename the product name, whatever you'd like, Sensitive Empowerment T-shirt. You could change this description to say, you'll get a beautiful t-shirt. Whatever you want. You can get rid of this text I already had written in to indicate that it is a coming soon shop, so people know what's happening. And you can also change what the button says here. Like if you wanted to say purchase now instead of add to cart, that's an option too. This is here where you will put additional detail to your product page. You don't need to do anything about this right now. That's kind of further advanced and not necessarily something you need at the moment. This add to cart form is if you need to collect extra information from the person before you can sell something to them. So you most likely won't need to have this form. You don't need to add this form to something like a physical product because they will automatically add their email address, their contact information, and their physical address at checkout. So you don't have to collect that information here by adding another form. But just something good to know if you do need to create a new form to collect additional information from your customer, which might be helpful for something like your service. If someone was to book a call with you, you can create a new form um, and have it be like the service call form, whatever you want to name it. And you would add something like a drop down box or a calendar to actually like schedule their preferred date and time. So then this form would show up whenever someone tries to purchase and that service from you. This product form would pop up before they can add it to their cart. That would have them put in this extra information, just so you would collect information like that from them. But again, I'm probably going into too much detail here, but just something to be aware of. Discard and cancel that. You most likely won't need to use this add to cart form, but it's there if you need. This is where you'll upload images of your object. So if you do have a t-shirt design or something like that that you want to upload, this is all you need to do is you probably first want to delete this one that I have set for you, and then you click the plus button, upload file, and then just upload from your photos or a file on your computer. Okay. And then you can select if you have multiple photos, you can set one of them as the thumbnail or the feature image. Okay. You can edit the image there too if you need to. And this is where you would put the price of the item. You could indicate if it's on sale, then it will show the original price with a crossed out, and then you can add in the sale price. And then you want to put the stock here. So this you can either do manually if you say you have 5 t-shirts, 5 mugs max that you personally are sending to someone, just put 5 here so that when only 5 people can purchase it before you get another round or enough stock to send out more. That's really important for physical products, especially like this one we're talking about. Okay. And then we're going to, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, I added the category here of physical goods. This is new with Squarespace if you want to automatically charge sales tax. This is way above my understanding. I'm very sorry because I don't do personally physical products and I'm not a tax professional. But you can set up, Squarespace has a free automated tax. So it charges people tax based on their location, say for sales tax. Um, I do think there is an extra step that you might need to look into with your state, and that is to register to charge sales tax to other people. So that would be you'd have to contact the business boards for your state to understand that. You might have to get that information first before you can actually start collecting sales tax from purchases. Okay. And I'm sorry, like I said, that I'm not well versed in that. That's way beyond my expertise and knowledge. Okay. So then other things you can add, if you'd like, you can add a product add-on. Like if someone buys one of these physical items, like a mug, um, they can add, you can add another product and select which product you want, like a sound healing. So that will show up as a suggested add-on when they are attempting to purchase the item, which is nice if you like. And then I also would recommend editing the URL, because a lot of times when you add a new product or duplicate a product or something, it shows up. The URL is really funny. So especially if you edit this page to be like one of the mugs you're selling, just type in mug there or whatever, and then make sure that, yeah, if you're sharing this product directly, this URL would be what you would share exactly. So it's too bad it doesn't make it really easy to copy the whole URL, but your URL would be your domain name.com/shop/p/mug. Excuse me, for someone to get exactly to that product. And then you would apply that, you would click apply to save the URL. But for right now, I'm going to cancel. That would just be to edit when you're ready to publish. And then I want to make sure, yeah. So now that I put this stock as 5, if I click save, yeah, it will show up as available now. Okay, so people would be able to buy it as long as your selling account, your ability to collect payments account in Squarespace is set up, which I'll show you how to do that later. All right, so that is cool. We're gonna undo that though. I'll put it back to how I made it as sold out, was just put the stock level down to 0. And that's how by default then, if I save that, it will be shown as sold out, and then instead of a button to buy it, there's a space here where someone can put their email address to get notified when it's available. And then this is also what will show to the sold out, and this email address bar will show up if, say, you did have 5 in stock and all 5 are purchased. It will automatically on your website, I made it so it will update so that there's no way to buy it, but this email address and sign up to be notified will automatically populate. So that will make it very, I hope, easy for you. Okay, so then the 2 other template products I've created for you, let's go over both of them. One is your downloads. Let's go to that one. So we'll click edit. So this is a digital product template, and it is, for instance, if you wanted to sell a meditation. So this is just a template here for you. Similar look. You change the product name and you change the description to whatever you like. You change the add to cart button to whatever words you want there. If you have a new image, feel free to use this one though if you want, but if you have a different image to add for your meditations. And this here in the inventory section is very, very, very important information. Okay, so in order for me to create kind of this drafted template product, I needed to actually upload an audio file. So a couple things. If you're ready to sell, you created your meditation and you're ready to have it listed for sale, you really need to remove this example audio file I have in here, remove it and say delete, but I'm going to cancel because I'm going to keep it there. And then there would be, instead of these words here, there would be a little plus sign, and you would click that plus sign, click plus, and then click upload, and you would just upload your audio file that you already have recorded. Most likely it will be like in an MP4 format or an MP3 or an M4A. Any of those should work here, and that's all you need to do is upload the file. set your price, and then instead of hidden here under visibility, you would click public, and then it will be available for purchase. And if someone purchases it, Squarespace will do the work of automatically delivering this audio file that you've uploaded to their email. So they purchase it and then they get it from Squarespace right away. So that's pretty cool. I did add a little category here for meditations. You can always add additional categories or change the category. Same thing here with the tax collection. Uh, yeah, it depends where someone is located if they need to pay sales tax on digital products or not. So this automated one can help decide that for the customer in a sense. And then again, you can add some product add-ons, related products, things like that. And then make sure also, if you'd like, change the URL to be maybe a name of the meditation specifically, or just safety, whatever you'd like. And then you would click, when everything is good, you would click publish up here. I can't click publish right now because I already have the visibility of this product here hidden. But if I did say public, then yep, you could click save and then it would be public and available for purchase. Okay, we'll just save that, save as hidden. Okay, so just really important for the meditations that you change the audio file. Okay, and then if, say you have multiple meditations and you want to make each separate meditation available for purchase, I would recommend duplicating this product. Actually, I can duplicate one right now for you. Duplicate, and then it will have a new one for you. You'd have to, add a new audio file, add a different name, different description, add a different audio file, and change the price if you need to, and then publish that one, make it public if you'd like. Okay, and then also edit the URL. See how it kind of generates a weird letters and numbers at the end here? You can delete that and change it to a different meditation 2, for instance. To make it more clear what it is, just to clean it up a little bit. Let's make that hidden too. Save as hidden. So actually, there are 2 ones here for you, 2 meditations. Already template ready to go. And then the third type of product I've created for you is a service product. So if someone wants to, say, purchase a service with you, book a session or a phone call with you, same kind of thing, you would edit this, change the product name and the description. You could add a form here if you wanted to collect extra information from them, like preferred times that they'd like to schedule with you. Add a different photo if you'd like I said, set your price. And then here is a good, even though it's a service product, it is nice to limit how many people if you'd like to purchase at once. So, say you don't want more than 2 people to purchase it before you go back in and say, okay, I'm ready to have a few more people purchase this service. You can add 2, click save, and then once 2 people purchase, it will be listed as out of stock. And then once you're ready again to offer the service, so just it's nice because you can manage how much your capacity and energy can hold for others. So that's a nice thing to note there. Okay, you can also add a service as a subscription. So that's pretty cool. You can charge customers on a monthly subscription to have 1 call a month. They can keep subscribing, but nothing to get too fancy about now. Just know that it's there if you'd like. And then the other thing is I have this category set to remote healing, but you can always add a different category, like I said before, or select, so type in a new category or select multiple categories even. And then, yeah, make sure you edit the URL too, to, if you want, be something different. Okay, so then whenever you're ready for this service, whatever it is, what you're ready to sell it, just make sure to click the stock button and add at least one to your stock in a sense. Okay, alrighty. So yeah, one thing I do want to know, I don't know if I made this clear enough yet. These templates for you, it would be helpful, but not necessary, but it would be helpful when you go in and you're ready to sell a specific product that you have ready to go. Duplicate it like I showed you before, and don't just edit this. But it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal um, if you write right on it. But it is a good idea if you want to keep like the more template version of something hidden that you can always duplicate and then make that one public. So you can always have these structured templates in the background ready to go if you add as you add new products. Okay, so that's going to be all for this shop part because I know this is getting a little long. One other thing I did want to show you then, and I'll put this in a new video in your shop, on your shop page itself. So we've kind of been dealing here with the products. On your shop page itself, all of these products will automatically change and be populated down here in this section for you. And when you make something available for purchase, when you add more stock, it'll show up here so someone can actually click and purchase it directly through your website, which is pretty cool. And I also added this section. So here we have the top. This section here, right now it's set up to just show people that your shop is coming soon, a little kind of title, but this is also where I recommend you editing this button here. Whenever your shop is live, in two different possible ways. So if you are going the route with specifically your physical products that you want someone to purchase it through Squarespace, and then you are responsible for fulfilling that. So you're responsible for communicating to your manufacturer of that object, or you're responsible for having a little bit of a stock that you mail out personally. You can do it this way. Or if you end up having a product or a manufacturer where someone can purchase it directly on that manufacturer's website, I highly recommend, instead of trying to kind of manage the back and forth communications between Squarespace products and that manufacturer's website, unless you're using Printify, which makes it easy to connect Squarespace and Printify. If you're using any other manufacturer or even something like Etsy to sell your products, something like that, I would recommend for this button, you edit the button and click visit our merch shop or something. You change the words of the button, and then this button link would actually, this is where you would put the URL to where your products are hosted on another website. So say you're hosting it, say you have products that are created by a local print on demand website, then you would put the link to your shop on that print on demand website. So, see, print POD business, I don't know, whatever it happens to be, and then whatever your URL to your personal shop is that someone could go and purchase things directly, you just put that there. So that's the URL to your shop. I mean, you don't actually write this. This is just an example. You would put the URL, the full URL, the full domain link to your shop. That, and then that will take, you'd want to make sure to open link in a new tab if it's going to somewhere other than somewhere else on your website. And then that, when someone clicks that button, they would automatically be sent to your shop, and then that is where they would make the purchase. So that's just another way to connect if you happen to go with a more, especially a more local print on demand or manufacturer. It might end up being easier for you to just link the URL there. So they will have to leave your website to make a purchase in a selection elsewhere. But if that's how it has to happen, that's how it has to happen. For now, I'm going to put that coming soon, so people know. And I don't have any link for this button yet now, because there's nothing for them to click on, but they can also see kind of what else is coming soon. And then, like I said, this is where all of the products that you are directly selling on your Squarespace website, they will be able to be purchased. Okay? All right, I know that was a lot. Take your time. I structured it so hopefully it's as easy as possible for you, okay? All right, good luck.